Hoi Hoi everyone, and welcome back to An Uncharted Life with Tara. Now today is going to be a bit more of an interesting topic, and this is more crew member related than it is travel related for like guests and everything like that. But this is just a little informative video that I wanted to make for crew members, especially those who are actually going to go on their first contract and have no idea what to expect. Just like a few ways that I've learned helps me make a massive cabin away from home feel like home. So here are some of my top tips, and also some tips that I've gotten from a couple of other crew members on board, so that you can hopefully make the cabin that you're going to live in for anywhere from 3 to 9 months actually feel a little bit like home. Now, number one, and it is probably the most obvious one and the easiest one to do, and that is photos of friends and family, as well as inspirational quotes. Now, usually what happens is I will have a full wall by my bed of pictures of friends and family and inspirational quotes, because obviously when you're having a really good day, seeing family is great, but when you're having a really bad day, seeing family can really make you homesick and want to just give up and go back home. That is where those inspirational quotes come in handy, and that kind of gets you through the day. Something that will also typically end up joining this is usually your itinerary, so then that's even nicer because you can start counting down you know, how long till your favorite port is going to be again, or how many days you have left, and I'll admit I'm at that point. Number two, lighting. Now I usually bring fairy lights on board, and I will stick these above my bed in the cabin area, just purely because when it's above you and you want to have like a nice little like mood lighting, you just turn off the cabin light, you put those on. It gives you enough light so that you're still able to read and do anything else that you want to do in the cabin, but it just gives you like a little bit of a homey, twinkly feel that kind of is very calming, and it's just really nice as well. And also sometimes I find that the light that is provided right by your bed, it can be very harsh and very bright. So when you are video calling family or anything like that, it can be very contrast to the rest of the environment. So sometimes just turning that light off and popping on the fairy lights gives a nice enough lighting for you to actually have a really good phone call. So that is number two, and then we're moving on to number three. Now number three, this is a personal one that I usually do, and I have seen different variations done of this. Now I will bring a blanket on board. Now this is my Grammy's blanket. She's unfortunately no longer with us, so I kind of always take her traveling with me wherever I go, and this is my grandma's blanket. So nice thing about this though is that when you're doing certain seasons, like for example I'm going to go into the Alaska season now, this little guy is going to keep me very nice and warm, because, you know, sometimes it doesn't help and you just need to wrap yourself in a good old blanket. Other ways that I have seen this being done is like some team members will bring their own pillowcases, their own duvet covers, like a whole set. Yes, it's annoying because then you've got to wash that yourself and all of that stuff. 90% of the crew do not have officer perks where you know, everything is changed for them by a cabin steward and everything. So instead of having to go and swap out linens and everything like that, some people will just bring their own on board, and one, it makes the bed feel a lot more like it's at home for them, and two, it definitely makes you feel like a little bit more of a homely vibes, because instead of having like the typical hotel white sheets and pillowcases and everything like that, you actually have a funky fun design or something cute. I know one year I bought a cute little I think it was like a blue ombre, like from light blue to dark blue ombre, like pillow cover and everything like that with the bed sheets and everything. It got ruined unfortunately, but that was okay because I got that different and specialized bed. One of my other cabin mates, they had like a floral design, so you really can get very creative in that regard and making the cabin feel like home. Now number four, now this one is particularly special to me. How do I put this nicely? I am fussy. There's no other way to put it around. I am fussy, so I bring my own pillow. And this is kind of the ombre design that I was talking about that I had on my bed sheet. So yeah, it was kind of like all in this. So I still have the pillowcases, but I bring my own pillow. Now I have a massive problem with the pillows on board, and that is a lot of them are very soft. Now if you like soft pillows and all of that, then don't bother about bringing a pillow. This takes up at least the 1/2 of my suitcase. So I know that this is always a problem. No matter what contract I go to, this pillow is always a problem because it takes up so much space, and then I'm still scrambling to try to figure out where to put everything else. If I wasn't a fussy pillow person, I would probably have more space to pack stuff. But the reason I'm fussy and the reason I bring my own pillow is not because I want the comfort of home, of having my own pillow, which is a very valid reason to bring your own pillow, but I need like a special styrofoam hard foam pillow because I can't sleep very well on soft pillows. And if you're going to tell me for 6 months straight that I'm going to get terrible sleep while I'm away from home, I am not going to give my best at work. I'm not going to give my best performance because I'm going to be cranky and I'm going to be moody because I'm not getting a good night's sleep. And this is something that I do to kind of help make sure that I'm able to give my A game while I'm at work. And if it means it needs to take up extra space in my luggage, I will do that because I am not giving up 6 months of a good night's sleep just to work on a cruise ship. Sorry, it's not happening. Now moving on to number 5. Just put that there, sorry. Moving on to number 5. Bring snacks from your hometown. Now, please be careful of what kind of snacks you're bringing, because depending on the itinerary will depend on how strict the customs rules and regulations are around bringing food into the country. And please pick the snacks that you bring wisely. Do not try and bring like some jar items or anything like that. Bring something that is usually vacuum sealed or anything that is not going to break is also a very good idea. And by break I mean have a glass bottle of whatever weird snack from your hometown that is probably going to break and then go all over your clothing. Rather go for like something that comes in a small little like box or whatever, or like a chocolate box. Those are usually the best to go to. But a reason I say bring snacks is because yes, they will not last. Trust me, you're gonna have 2 or 3 bad days and those snacks will suddenly disappear out the window. But at least when you are craving them, you will have them, and that is sometimes the best. I know one year I was able to hang on to a packet of biltong, which is a little snack from back home, for long enough so that when we had our National Heritage Day, we weren't able to be back home to celebrate it, but I walked around to all the South Africans on board and gave a little bit of biltong from the biltong packet that I had and went, Happy Heritage Day, Happy Heritage Day. Did I get into trouble for this? Yes, because a lot of South Africans on board were very upset that I was able to hide biltong from them that long. But it's still nice so that you're able to bring a little bit of home with you away from home. And also packing in snacks is great because then you also are freeing up a lot of space in your luggage, depending on how many snacks that you pack in and all of that stuff. Number 6. Bring certain products with you that make it feel like you are at home or are products that you can only get back home. Now, my facial routine, I use this very special toner that I can only find back home. So I make sure I always pack in enough of that. It's the same actually with my, my face wash. It's a fully South African product, so I can only find it when I'm back home. So I pack in enough of that to make sure that I'm good. But and it's mainly because actually I know I won't be able to find it abroad, which I'm fine with because there are plenty of other amazing great products. But by bringing those like 2 small silly little items, it does also make me feel very happy when it's like, okay, cool, in the morning, you know, washing my face and everything like that, and it's like, okay, cool, I've got a little bit of like home with me. Now this doesn't necessarily have to be actual beauty products. This could maybe be a notebook, this could be some pens, a tote bag, or anything else that maybe makes you think of home. I know some people, they brought essential oils with them, and they sprinkle that around their cabin on the floor or in the bathroom when they're having a shower, so that everything mists up and it smells like home. So you just have to be a little careful, obviously be smart with what you bring, but sometimes it's super easy to just have these small little things that, you know, make you feel like you're at home. But also take into consideration, when you're on your first contract, you don't know what feels like home just yet. When you go through contract after contract after contract, you quickly learn what makes you feel at home. So if you've got no idea just yet, bring a couple of stuff, and the best part is, as you go through every contract, you learn, you grow, you change. So what might work for you in your first contract will possibly not work for you in your third contract. So don't be scared of that. And then number 8, our last and final one, and this is probably the most convenient one that I have found, and that is bring little hooks. And I'm talking about the little hooks that have got the self-adhesive tape at the back of it, and that you can just kind of like stick on the walls. Bring those ones. And the reason I say this is, yes, okay, once you use them, you can't take them back home with you. You're gonna have to leave it in the cabin, but it's usually a very small expense, and those things can make or break a room for you. I have left plenty of hooks lying around in a variety of different cabins because I have put hooks in the bathroom, and that is where I will then hang up like my face cloth or my little scrunchie that I use to hold my hair back. And those small little changes are absolute lifesavers and make me feel like, okay, cool, now this is my little homey space. Like, I've got my stuff there, this hanging up here. I've even upgraded like some of my cupboards where I've had certain hooks hanging, just so that it's a case scenario of like, okay, cool, chilled, I've got these hooks now, I can hang my belts from here, or I can hang like a dress or whatever that I want to wear that day, or a top, and be like, okay, cool, you're going here because this is what I need to wear, and it is fantastic. So definitely get yourself those small little hooks, and you can also be creative. You can get the pretty ones. I like just going for the plain silver ones because I find that those are sleek looking no matter where you are. But I know some people who I've shared cabins with, they've gotten cute little bee ones or flower ones, and they've really decorated their area and made it special by having all of these like cute little bits and bobs of their personality all over the cabin. But anyway, those are my 8 little tips on weird and wonderful ways that you can make your cabin feel like home away from home when you are on board a cruise ship. Now, I'm not saying working on board a cruise ship is easy, and I'm not saying that these tricks and tips are going to work for every crew member who comes on board a cruise ship, but at least it gives you an idea, especially if you're a first timer and you've never worked on a cruise ship before, of just some cute ideas that you can bring with you to remember home. Because everything is super exciting and nerve-wracking till you get on the ship, and then when you're on the ship and everything starts settling in, you do realize that home is where the heart is, and we do miss home. But anyway, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you've ever done any of these things as a crew member, or if maybe you've gone on a camping trip or in a dormitory situation to make those areas like feel like home, or if you've ever gone like on a very long like time period where you weren't at home. I know some people do like internships in other countries and everything like that. So what did you do to make, you know, this weird and wonderful place feel like home? Let's leave it in the comments down below. Otherwise, my name's Tara from An Uncharted Life. Thank you for joining me for all the highs, the lows, and everything in between, and I'll see you next time. Bye!